Question of the night. Do you play well with others? And perhaps more importantly, do others know that you have the same perception? We're going to find out from my guests right after this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Video Call-In Show, that show that invites you to be a live video guest on this program to talk about whatever you'd like to talk about, whether it be the topic of the day. It could be a current event, could be personal promotion or business promotion. It could just be to chew the fat. Joining is really easy. All you've got to do, point your browser to zoom.us, click on join a meeting, join if you're on mobile, enter in that meeting number. When it asks for it, you will show up in my green room and I will bring you up. First come, first serve, as time allows. I'm here for about the next hour, and my job is to listen and learn to and about you. By the way, my name is Jim. I am your host of the Video Call-In Show, and it's good to see you all. Again, if this is content that sounds cool to you or you want to be on the show, make sure you do follow, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss another episode. How is everybody this evening? Good to see you. Had a little snafu. I don't know what it is about this subject. It causes problems. almost didn't get to go live, which is why I was a few seconds late, as it were. But, you know, technical difficulties aside, it looks like we're live, and it looks like we're actually... No, YouTube hadn't dropped out. That was me. That was absolutely me, Brad, from Drone Kings and Darwin. How are you, man? Good to see you. Jim from Above and Beyond Drones. We have a full drone crowd here. How you doing, buddy? Manuel Goffey, always good to see you. We'll give you a few more minutes for folks to wander in. Meanwhile, tonight's subject I thought was an interesting one, and it was so interesting that I decided to do a do-over. Last time we tried this subject, we had a lot of problems in that it was technical problems, and the net was real slow. It was a bottleneck. That does happen. It doesn't happen as often as one might think. So I would say I've got a pretty good connection here, but it does happen. And it happened that night. It was real stutter steppy. If that is even a word, feel free to use that. I just made it up. But yeah, it was almost unwatchable. A lot of buffering happening. And I thought, I'm just not going to go on with that. My visitor, that it smoothed out for that, but it was awfully choppy at the beginning. And of course, at the end as well. Hello, Yana. How are you? Oh, you got your cup. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. You've got to come on sometime and show it to us, Yana. That's awesome. Raven the Commentator 2001. How are you? Good to see you. I do have two guests in the wings, and we will bring them up very, very shortly. The idea here is I want to know if you actually play well with others, and is the perception of those you play with the same, or would you say that they may have a different opinion, or you might say that you don't play well with others? We all have our little idiosyncrasies. There's no question about that. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. I'm trying to fix my monitor over here. I'm literally going to send this piece of crap back. It has ticked me off for the last time. Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah. Amazon purchase. Amazon, you are killing me over here. Just killing me. Now, one might say, after watching a lot of my shows, that I might play well with others for the most part, and I think that's, from my perception, that's absolutely true. I do most of my interactions with folks are to try to help them understand what it is that I'm talking about or I'm going to do for them, and that takes a lot of patience and pretty good grasp of what it is you're talking about, so you can put it in layman's terms, because digital marketing is something that not a whole lot of people are familiar with, much less traditional marketing. So I am tasked quite often with trying to help them understand what it is that they need to do, what it is I'm trying to do for them, and the type of results they're going to see. So I don't know. I can't even think of an enemy that I have, honestly. I don't know if that's a good thing. Maybe my enemies don't make themselves known. I mean, that is absolutely possible. Am I right? Who knows? It could very well be that. Let's see. Who my phone likes question marks. Eastern Music Ministry. How are you, my friend? Good to see you as well. You do it. I love that. Love that channel name. That's from YouTube. And of course, Bearded Tech Guy. How are you? Brandon Jackson. Good to see you. Jesse Mendez. How are you, my brother? These are all folks from the YouTube feed. If you are watching on other feeds, I would appreciate a follow. And if you're watching on Facebook, head on over to YouTube, do a search for Video Call-In Show, and make sure you subscribe. It really helps the channel out. So I guess I've said, oh, no, let me finish out here. Crap, my dad makes me watch. How are you, Adam? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Awesome. How many of you type in 1 in the chat if you caught my my live stream today at 3 p.m. my time? If you did, type 1 in the chat. Oh, you saw the chat. You saw the tweet. Awesome. Well, so you know you do it. And for those of you who are new to the stream, I am on every Sunday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Indiana time, which is right now we're Eastern Daylight Time. But you know how that goes. We actually, my show tomorrow night, honestly enough, shameless plug, is going to be about daylight savings time. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of daylight savings time. I want to hear from you guys and what your thoughts are on that very subject. But tonight, of course, our subject matter is, do you play well with others? And we're going to find out. Let's do this. Hey, Tony, how you doing? Viewed This is here. How are you? 111. Okay. So several people saw it. Awesome. I hope you guys got something out of that. I plan on, I don't know if I'll have time for this, but I plan on cutting that down a bit and making its own video. No offense to my guests, but I need to cut out some of my fat. You know what I mean? But I'll leave the other one up. All cons. Well, it looks like Crap My Dad Makes Me Watch is not a fan of daylight savings time. I'm going to withhold my opinion on the matter myself. Well, thank you. You dig it? That is actually real. That is not a green screen. I have used the green screen on occasion. I've got this image saved and I can use it as a green screen, which helps. Like this afternoon was a great example. If anyone noticed, it was 3 p.m. our time, but that window, it was dark. That's okay, Ghana. It was a spur of the moment sort of deal. I'll go over it really briefly here in case you guys are wondering. What I did was, and what I've been doing since I started this, was I've been optimizing for a specific phrase, and that is call in show. I mean, think about who might be looking for this type of show. It's going to be those people who enjoy call-in shows, whether it's radio, television, YouTube. And I've gotten traction on Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo. I'm all on the first page. In fact, I'm 1 and 2 on those. And plus my videos show up on that. Google and YouTube, 0. Now, I've been optimizing for over 20 years. I've been optimizing sites. I've been placing them on the front page, not just using Google Ads. I'm talking about organic optimization. I've been doing this for a long time. I know what it takes to get in front of search engines. Well, it used to be. The problem with Google and YouTube is several layers deep. And if you guys want more information on that, check that out. I'm going to do that same test. I know it's anecdotal. It's a very small sample size, but it does illustrate a problem I think we have in the search engine space. And I think everybody needs to be aware of that, especially. Well, no, they don't take money for a front page position, Ghana. They just won't. Now, you can buy your way with ads onto the front page, and you can only do that if your quality score is up to par. In other words, if you're trying to sell shoes and you optimize for, or you write ads for fish, your shoe ads are not, or actually you bid on keywords related to fish, your shoe ads are not going to show up because your site will have nothing to do with it. Wait, I literally just lost my my own my own thought there. If you have if you sell shoes and you bid on keywords for fish, those are not going to show up. They are absolutely not going to show up. So the purchase to get in front of people is deep as well, very deep. Not a great gamer. How are you? Chlamydia. Awesome. That was somewhat random. Just let's see. Brandon says, just giving you a little idea for anytime you feel like taking down one of your videos. If you want to keep it up, of course, it's got more than one, two, or three. Not sure where you're going with that, Brandon. If you could thumbs up on it, you could enlist it so the people that have already liked it can watch the original video. I'm still not getting you, bud. Hit me up on Discord. Let me know what you're trying to say there, and we'll figure it out together. Okay. Fantastic. Yes. Well, he's paying for he's paying for front page advertising, but he's not paying for top search. If he is, then there's something really, really wrong. They don't take those. Hello, Jenny Marceth. How are you? Gil Skills. How you doing, man? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Takes a minute for the consolidator to actually get the chat. So I'm actually behind unless I look down and check the rest of them. Again, if you guys want to tell me now, again, I want to point out that we are talking tonight about do you play well with others. I apologize for getting off on that rant, or not a rant. It was really kind of a shameless plug, but tonight I want to know from you folks, do you play well with others? And would that perception be the same from those others? I've got two folks in the green room as we speak. Like I said, I am literally going to shut this down after an hour because I've got a big meeting in the morning and I can't miss that. So what I'm going to do now is bring up our first guest and see just how well he plays with others.
Testing 1, 2. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. No video tonight?
No, I'm still testing. I'm still running everything on my computer. I guess audio is kind of over video, so I decided to go ahead and just run it off the computer because my audio is so much better on here.
That's fine. That's fine. No worries, my friend. No worries. So, Easton, do you play well with others in general?
Depends on the day. Depends on the day and the situation. I would like to say yes, but I can't say yes.
I heard that. Well, what instances would you say that you don't play well with others?
When people are annoying and stupid.
Yeah. Got a point there. Got a point.
I can't put up with stupid. I'm stupid myself, but I mean, if you're stupider than I am, I can't put up with it because you got a problem.
Oh man, we are all stupid at one point. I make this analogy several times. It's when you're driving and you're yelling at other people. Think about, well, you're too young to drive, but those of you who do drive, think about how often you get angry with somebody because they've made a stupid move in your proximity, and then think about that time you made a stupid move. Well, you were that person at that moment. That was you, and people are yelling at you. So it's a round robin sort of thing, and it happens to us all. Would you agree?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason I came on the show tonight is because I have there's a kid in my school that actually works on a production team on a mega church in the area, so he knows all this stuff, and I'm so confused by him, and I can't figure out what his answers mean.
Did you say projection or production?
Production.
Okay.
I probably should get a little closer to my microphone.
There you go.
Anyway, so he works on the production team for this mega church in my area, and I was asking him today because he so confusing. I just had to pretend to understand. I was like, I'm building a bedroom studio. And I was like, don't care if my parents don't like it or not. I was like, because they don't. was like, I'm trying to build a bedroom studio. I was like, what's a good mixer? And he's like, well, you should get this mixer. He's like, it's gonna take up your whole desk though. He's like, you probably shouldn't do that though. And I was like, he's just rambling on about these different mixers, and I was just like, okay, like let's break it down to this first, because I know that you have like that digital mixer on your tablet or whatever it is.
Well, it's
I
not
was
on
like,
my tablet. It's actually a box.
uh,
But I can control it from a tablet, from a phone, from a PC because it's got built-in Wi-Fi or Ethernet connection.
that is freaking awesome.
It is freaking awesome, and it's not cheap. I mean, the 18 I think still goes for about 700. The XR 16 is probably around 5, and then the XR 12 might be closer to 4 or 3. Don't quote me on those prices. I suggest that you shop. So
Yeah. Oh, you're giving me a bunch of expensive ideas right now.
oh, I know, and that's the thing with audio. In most cases, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Not all. I've seen some of the cheapest mics on the face of the planet sound tremendous.
Blue Yeti, I'm surprised that it's this cheap. For $100, I mean, I am so pleased with this microphone.
Oh yeah.
The only complaint that I have with this microphone is whenever I opened up the box, it's like, okay, everything's great. 4 hours after I plugged it in, the USB cable was at a 45-degree angle.
Oh.
They put so much money into building the mic that they pretty much put nothing into the USB cable.
Oh no.
I got another one for $5 on Amazon. It wasn't bad, and that $5 one, I've had it in there for probably 4 days now, and it's straight as an arrow. I mean, it's
cool.
Perfect. So, and I've got the 3-foot plugged in right now. I've got a 6-foot sitting in the drawer. The other one still works. It didn't at the time whenever it first broke because I screwed around with it, but then I finally got it. So I have the 6-foot. Whenever my 3-foot kicks the dust, and if my 6-foot kicks the dust, bites the dust. I can't.
Dude, you're doing fine. Keep going.
Kicks the bucket. I'm mixing out. Kick the bucket and bite the dust.
Yes. Same thing, really.
Yeah. Of course, I did it live on air, but anyway, I have the backup one in case the other ones bite the dust.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the saying right that time.
Yeah, and it's always good to have backups. So the Yeti, and I haven't purchased one of the Yetis. So it's a separate cable, so it's not hard attached, which is nice, right?
No.
Okay, same way with the Snowball. And in fact, you can see my old Snowball right back here.
Oh yeah. See,
Yeah.
I thought about getting a Snowball, but I didn't think it was I think that a Snowball is a good mic for live streaming, just talking into something, or like a drum kit
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. I don't think it'd be the best. That's why I went with the Yeti.
Yeah.
I think that Yeti would be is a better choice for like audio production and studio recording and all that as a beginner. That's why I went with.
I totally agree. The Snowball is fantastic if you're going to be on it. You don't mind a little bit of outside noise. Really what you need to do is treat your room. And then you can do that with fiberglass panels and some cheap fabric from Walmart or whatever. It works really well. But the Snowball, you know what I use the Snowball for, right? I literally triggered my lights with it. So all I wanted was a mic that I could set up on the inside of my kick drum, not inside, but on the back side, on the batter side of the kick drum. And it works out great for that. And and I have run it on the show once or twice before I figured out I could use my CAD. I thought, I didn't even think about my CAD, but yeah, the Yeti is a much better mic for that sort of purpose. It cuts out a lot of the ambient noise.
Yeah, I see. I can get it to pick up my fan on my computer and everything. I got a gain control, and I have my gain all the way up right now.
Well, don't do that because it makes it really loud in here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Gain should be adjusted well to 0 decibels, but also so that you can't hear a lot of that background noise, and a lot of it's going to be distance from the mic as well.
Yeah, the gain is nice. I use it like whenever I'm streaming. I can adjust my audio where it still picks up the audio background noise, but I don't care because I don't want to bend over because I don't have a boom arm for this thing.
Hmm.
I don't want to bend over at a 90-degree angle like I am right now to talk into the microphone. So I do that on live streaming, but I wouldn't do that in this show, of course, because I don't. I'm trying to be a little better on this show than I am on my own live streams. On my live streams, I don't give a crap.
Oh, well, give a crap, Houston. Now you're talking into the side of the mic, right? Not the top, like I
No,
do.
I'm talking top. Top.
Try the side. It should be a side pickup.
Let me adjust this. Oh, there we go. All right, there.
Yeah. Most of the Yetis, you'll see people using them on their desk. They're tilted so that they're parallel with the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of having the ball pointed at them, because I don't think, just like this mic, its pickup pattern is, well, it's adjustable, but it's also comes from the sides, not from the top, like a standard vocal mic.
Yeah, I have 4 different settings. I'm not gonna adjust them on here.
Yeah, I'll have to look at the pattern because it may very well be that way as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I got
okay. So
4.
Gil Skills, who's been using that mic for a long time, says it's a side mic. So yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering. See, I think it looks stupid like that. Honestly, I'm just that person. Right?
Well, why
I'm
don't
used to seeing the SM7B like that, where it's like where I'm talking into the top of the mic, and so whenever I see all these people streaming, I was like, "This is stupid." Why? I don't know. I think it
I
looks
don't
stupid.
know. I've seen a lot of good placement. I like when they've got it draped right beside them, like
Yeah,
this, talking into it. That works real well. Or
yeah,
straight up and
what
down next to them rather than right in front of them. It's whatever you prefer.
Yeah, whenever I do vocals, I try to have my mouth over the microphone. Where
Hmm.
like 'cause I actually tried this where it's sideways last night, and I was like, I'm doing it right now. I was talking over the microphone to where it wasn't picking up everything like it is right now.
Right.
Because I didn't feel like adjusting the EQ and the volume and all that. I
Hmm.
was too late.
Well, if you're gonna do a studio, man, you gotta work on that stuff.
Yeah, I was just trying to test everything last night because whenever I work on songwriting with BandLab, which is a website that I use because Studio One's not working.
Hmm.
When I use Studio One and not Studio One, sorry, I can't talk. BandLab and OBS together, since it's and plus have my chat open and all that, it's crashing the computer and the internet at the same time, and that's not good.
No, that is not good. Not good.
You don't want to crash both at the same time. It's
No.
okay if you crash one, not the best, but it's okay. You don't want to crash the internet and the computer at the same time. And I almost did that last night. So I was like, I can't stream this anymore.
Yeah, and I meant to watch your unboxing video because that did interest me. I like unboxing videos.
That
Did
was
you know?
made.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's all right. You know.
Oh, I was just gonna say, did you know that I did an unboxing video on this channel?
Really?
Yes.
I want to see this.
Oh yeah. It was when I was scrambling for subjects and I was talking into the ether. I I forget what the subject matter was, but I was like, "Hey, I just got a new Ring doorbell in. I'm going to unbox it." I spent an entire hour talking to myself about that Ring.
I know your pain there.
Oh, it's hideous. Yeah.
I've had neighbors stare at me before because in the mornings I'm always trying to figure out what to do. I'm just like, I need to make a video. I don't know what to do though, so I'll literally just sit out there, and I know I'm never gonna upload it because I hate uploading just straight up update videos because nobody watches it. Nobody wants to watch an update. But I'll literally just sit out in my driveway because I'm bored and make an update video and ramble for 5 minutes, knowing I'm just gonna delete it that afternoon. About Studio One's not working still. Everybody, I have so much stupid footage from that I'm never gonna upload.
You don't think any of it's useful at all?
Well, I mean, I've only been up for an hour whenever I make those videos, and also it's just nobody watches. It's just straight up thing, and it's just me rambling. So
I hear you. Do you mind if I take a moment to say some hello to some folks that came into the chat that I missed earlier?
Go ahead and do it.
Awesome, dude. Looks like Raven dropped off for the moment, so it's you and me, bud. You and me. Ms. Hopkins 73, welcome to the show. Good to see you again. Absolutely. We've got JD Tremaine. Awesome. Welcome to the show. JD, are you a yes, you are, mod. Okay, good. Down East Detecting and Prospecting. Good to see you. These are all from YouTube, folks, if you're watching on the other platforms. Wow, the chat is busy, busy, busy. Pixel Pia, teaching and learning. Welcome to the show again. And good to see you. Hope you guys are doing well. Did I say hello to Manuel? Emmanuel Goffey? Yes, of course. How you doing, Manuel? And Jenny Marseth. Always a pleasure to have you guys in here. Well, we've exhausted both you playing well with others and not. And what did you have questions for me on the technical side? We might as well pull that out since we've got some extra time here.
Yeah, and I don't have school tomorrow, so
okay.
I can be on here as long as nobody's in the chat or nobody's in the room and you aren't annoyed.
Oh no, if you've got some questions about equipment and things, I'm more than happy to talk about it with you because I think other people will get something out of that as well.
Yeah, that's my favorite talk. I can talk for hours. I mean, I can already do that, but just studio equipment and all that, I can talk for hours more. But I won't do that. But so yeah, I don't know whether to get whether to do like what you have with the digital or with the mixer box with the tablet. I don't know if there's like a plus side to that, or whether just to have the mixer board right there and just use the mixer board. I don't know if there's like a.
You mean like an analog mixer?
I don't know what that means, but I guess yeah, like like an old, basic, not fancy like what you have sitting to your right. I'm guessing it is.
Well, you're talking about the one with the old slides on it.
Yeah, slides
and real knobs. Yeah, because mine is obviously all the slides and knobs are digital, and I control them with a mouse or my finger. The analog boards are the ones you're talking about. Now they do make some digital boards that are physically analog, but but they're uber expensive. Honestly, it depends on what you intend to use this for, Easton. If you're going to, if it's just going to be you in your room, even if you do a Zoom sort of thing, you don't really need a mixer, honestly.
Is that possible to run just with because I'm getting an interface. I don't know if it's possible to run the equipment that I'm wanting to get with just an interface in the computer.
Oh, we didn't talk about any other equipment. What other equipment are you talking about? I thought you meant just like a mic and your camera. You can get by with no mixer or no mixer at all, really. But so do tell about this other equipment.
So what I'm trying to get set up right now is get like a Canon camcorder set up on top of my microphone. I can't talk on top of my computer. Instead of a webcam. I think that'd be better. Or eventually getting a DSLR. I think that's what it's called, Canon DSLR. And using that as a camera instead of a webcam. Using the Yeti for now until I can get an SM7B, and then like instruments like my ukulele, which has got the preamp in it, guitar, which I'm getting a preamp in it, all my electric guitars I want to get, drums, all that. I can plug that into an audio interface, but I don't know if with like an SM7B, for example, because I have to have the preamp in order to, because the outputs suck.
Well, they don't suck, but it's much lower than some of the other mics in its class for sure. Yeah. Well, yeah, you're going to need a mixer. You don't need a digital mixer, and you don't need an expensive mixer either. You could probably get by with a small Behringer or Mackie or Yamaha that's like a 6 to 8 input.
Yeah.
Because it's not only going to have the XLR inputs for like a 7B if you ever become rich and are able to afford a $400 or $500 mic, or you get lucky.
You see, I work at I roll walnuts every year. I work at my neighbor's house. Like I told you about in past shows, and I do. Me and my friend are starting a leaf raking business since we have more leaves than walnuts this year. So,
why aren't you in my neighborhood? Did you catch that show?
No, I did not.
Oh, it was the panel show. I was complaining about raking leaves, especially with my bad back. I said I would have given a kid $100 just to get him out of my front yard.
if you will pay for me to get up to wherever the heck you live, I will do it.
No, I'm afraid the travel would probably eat into most of your profits, but.
I can ride my bike up there. I mean, my back is totally going to be shot afterwards because I'm a fat guy. But hey, I have a caving trip in just over a month. So hey, if I bike up to wherever the heck you live and rake your leaves, I will be doing good. That way, I don't get stuck in the cave.
And it's great exercise. So you probably wouldn't be fat when it was done.
Exactly. I'll be unless I stop at like some McDonald's or something on the way.
Well, that's almost unavoidable, isn't it? At least
Yeah.
it is for me. Hey, Two Family Homestead, how you doing? They must have finished up their show with Julia Miranda. She was their special guest tonight. We also have in Down East Detecting and Prospecting. Welcome, Thumbed. Thank you so much for that. And hey, look, it's Patty Broussard, Ray Artist. How you doing, Patty? Good to see you, as always. I'm sorry. Brand Arrows. I missed you, Brett. I'm Brand. I'm sorry. Welcome to the show, guys. I so appreciate you being here. So yeah, you're going to need that. But like I said, the small bearings are like the what is it, 1202 USB. Write this down unless you want to watch this back.
I'll just watch it back. I don't have any paper right now.
Yeah,
Surprisingly.
it's probably about $100. Usually about 80, which is not bad. You'll have 4 XLR inputs, and the rest will be quarter inch, which you can get adapters if you need it. If you get the FX model, which is still under $100, you can actually introduce effects. But it also gives you a parametric equalizer, which allows you to tailor your sound for each one of your channel inputs.
Oh
Right?
wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
You'll need an adapter to get your mic into there if you're going to use the Blue Yeti.
So by adapter, do you mean like the USB or the what's the other XLR? I think it's called.
Yeah, you're gonna have to convert it to XLR,
Okay.
which shouldn't be a problem. I don't think. I haven't done that with a USB mic. Haven't had the need to, but
Yeah.
I know this. Somebody should maybe in the chat might know. They've tried it before, but yeah, that's. I'm sure it's possible. I'm absolutely. It should be. If not, I'm sure quarter inch. But either way,
Yeah.
you get to tailor your sound. Then you can add effects, which gives you a little bit of body to the sound as well.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a touch reverb, touch delay, that sort of thing. But Behringer's made great strides in their equipment. They used to be garbage stuff, but man, they just really have upped their game in the last 4 or 5 years. And
Yeah.
I use them a lot, so you might try that. But that would allow you to hook in your guitars, all your instruments, even electric drums, especially on the quarter inch, because it's usually going to be quarter inch out of the brain. I know.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know. So yeah, you should be okay with something like that. Then, what you'll have to do is let me just go out and look for one of these, and I'll bring it up full screen so you can see it. Let's see. We'll just go to we'll go to the beast, which is Amazon.
I love Amazon, but it gives me so many freaking expensive ideas. It gives me even more expensive ideas than you, Jason, and Sammy give me. And they give me a lot.
Tell me about it. Hang with us, gamer. We'll get you up here in a minute. Okay, so because you will need this. Very good, very good. All right. Actually, let me go back. I actually bought the bestseller last time I bought it, and it turned out to be fantastic. You'll need the cables to run this, but this will actually get this will get what you do is this plugs into your PC, and then you use the 3.5 millimeter speaker and mic. Like your output of the board will go into the microphone connector of this USB adapter. The output of that will go back into one of your channels on your mixer if you decide to feedback audio. In other words, that's how you are getting to my mixer right now. You're coming into Zoom through my PC, it goes out to the mixer, and then it goes out into the main mix. So it's coming back again. But that little device right there, $7 is worth its weight in gold. I've got 3 of them in my case, just in case, just in case one breaks down or gets snapped or something. And I have had 0 problems with it. Knock on wood. Let's see. So you'll need that in cables, which one will be an XLR. The other one will probably be a Y cable with a quarter inch into a 3.5 millimeter connector for the for the output of the board into your PC. And
So
go ahead.
the XLR cable. So I could Google this right afterwards, but the XLR cable, is that like the cable like for headphones, like the little tiny one, or is that like something for like an amplifier, like the big fat cable? Okay, yeah, I should have just looked.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's the 3-pin XLR, industry standard. The 3.5,
Like,
the 3.5 millimeters that go into this guy. Those are the same jacks that you have in most PCs.
so that's what they like, you know, those like handheld mics like the SM58 and all that. That's the XLR is what they plug into the bottom of those, right?
Yes, and then
Okay.
that the end of that XLR cable goes into a standard audio mixer. Even my
Okay.
digital one has 16 XLR inputs, and then the other two are a quarter inch.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
And
I
they're
understand.
duals too, which is wonderful. Because I could put some low Z's in there as well, and it works just fine. So
Nice.
yeah. I love those. I absolutely love those. Not a great gamer says XLR is the 3-pin. Oh, you said it right after I typed it, bitch. Well, there went the PG rating. Any more questions, Easton? Because now I've got two folks lined up, and I want to get them in within this 20 minutes because I do have to make this appointment early in the morning.
Yeah, I have millions of questions. I can save them all for the next time. Because if you answered all my questions, we'd be on here for the next 3 days. So
Well, don't forget to join the Discord server. It's Video Calling Show. What is it gonna? Because I told you
I
earlier, is it 6585? Are you already on there?
I don't have Discord. I'm not
Oh,
allowed to have it. So
oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Well, you've got my email address, do you not? It's
yeah, I have it.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Email me and I'll with any questions you might have. Be
All right.
kind to me, because time is money and time is valuable.
Yeah.
But I'll answer everything I possibly can for you. All right.
Yeah. All right.
All
Thank
right,
you.
bud.
Have a great evening.
Hey, same to you.
Bye.
Bye bye. I could talk that sort of stuff all night long, honestly. And tomorrow, incidentally, that is partially what my meeting is about. So, hello, gamer. How are you, man?
Hello.
Hello.
How do I sound quality-wise?
Sounds good.
I am on a blue snowball.
Oh, cool. I told you I'm a fan. I'm a fan. If you're on that mic, not too far away, that mic sounds good. And I'm not talking about on it like I'm on this one. I tend to keep my gain relatively low, but no, those are good mics, nice and clean.
Yes, yes. So how may I help you?
I'll take a Big Mac, a medium fry, and a large Diet Coke, please.
You think you'd see somebody of my social position working in a freaking McDonald's?
Hey, you just asked me how you could help, and I'm over here starving. Easton,
I'd be at least Burger King.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The Burger King we have nearby, I'm not a big fan of. They
Or
can
Chuck E. Cheese.
a Chuck E. Cheese. God, I haven't been in one of those since my boy was, knee high to a grasshopper.
Knee high to grass, right?
Yeah, it's kind of what we say over here.
Do you get along with people?
Feel free to use it.
You know the topic. Hang on, wait up. Do you get along with people? Yes, I do.
Oh, and Raven Commentator's got a blue snowball as well. Cool.
Good for her. I had it first.
So how you doing, man? What this is an interesting question. Do you think that you play well with others?
Do I think I play well with others? Well, Jim, this is a multi-answered question. I believe that everyone on this planet is equal. However, I don't like many people, especially the French. I've got to chuck that one in there.
Sorry to all my French viewers. I don't even know if I have any.
If you do tough titties, they don't like us either. There's that rivalry across that tight channel.
Oh man.
I have social issues which means that I don't like really getting along with everyone. I find that many people get offended too easy, are very self-orientated or very self-righteous. They can all suck my nuts. Did I mention I've got a blue snowball and I had it first? And then
Well, yes, you did.
I did. Good. Got to mention it over and over. I again not a fan of the French. That includes that part of Canada as well. And yeah,
JG Tremaine is in your camp. He says, "Down with the frogs."
and that's about it, really.
Well, I mean, you can not like people and still get along with people, right? Tolerate them, and be nice to them at least. You're nice to me, and you don't like me.
I would say I couldn't be like you. I couldn't be smiling at everyone. If I did this video calling show, most people, no, it wouldn't just wouldn't. No, I'm too miserable for it.
I'll take that as a compliment, actually.
It is a compliment. If somebody's a cock, there's a certain line where I have to let them know I'm a cock. They're a cock. Many people think I'm a cock, however. So.
Well, that answered the second. Yeah, that answered the second part of the question. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
No. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Is my food ready yet? I'm starving. Easton had to go and mention McDonald's. I am hungry as hell.
I didn't mention McDonald's.
No.
Help you, and you mentioned it as if you assumed. Did you assume I'm just some checkout person?
No. But whenever someone asks me how can I help you, that's usually the first thing out of my mouth. And it was Easton that brought up McDonald's. He got it started.
I do enjoy McDonald's on occasion. However, I do find the quality of their produce can be somewhat lacking. Burger King's better. We don't have Chuck E. Cheese in America, so I can't make any Chuck E. Cheese jokes. But since we're on about it, French food ain't no good either. We've really got to let the French know, ladies and gentlemen, how much I love them. So, God bless you all. This is gonna go down well.
It already has, my friend. It already has.
It always does. The thing is, there's going to be people out there actually sitting there thinking, "Oh my God, he's such racist." Like, no, ladies and gentlemen, it's not meant with hate. Just point that one out. It's cool. Well, actually, I do dislike the French, so it's not even humour. Yeah, that's about it, really. I think I've crammed about as much as I can do in the amount of time that you've given me, considering you have someone else to come up.
Well, you know how much I enjoy talking to you, man. So thanks for that.
Oh, I kind of enjoy talking to you, but lucky you ain't French.
It's a damn good thing I'm not French, right?
I've got to cram that one in there as many times as possible because I'm not going to be allowed to do it again.
Well, again, sorry to my French viewers if you do indeed exist.
Yeah, I will make it up to you right now. Bing boom. Bonjour, monsieur. Je voudrais un glace de chocolat, s'il vous plaît. Bing boom. I just asked for a chocolate ice cream.
Well, that's got to make it all better.
At least I know their language. I ain't got no bloody choices. It's so close to us. Might leave us alone, French. And that's about it. My autism, I won't go into too much, but that does make me have social exertness.
Sure.
I can be a bit annoying and repetitive to people sometimes. Hint, somebody else on here. And then, yeah, I find I'm like Marmite myself. People either love me or hate me, and it's kind of how my brain works. I'm easygoing, but I either like people or really dislike them.
Yeah.
Can I give you a list of people I dislike?
Can we save that for another show?
I have many people. Here we go. No, I wouldn't do that. That would make it so awkward for you.
Not really. Remember, I have the button.
You wouldn't do that to me, sir.
If you started a list of all, well, without us actually having a show about that, of everyone that you dislike, yeah, I might have to, man, because I have to get up early in the morning.
You would be here a long long time. France is a big country.
France is a big country.
Right, I'm gonna stop now.
All right, bud.
Apologize.
No, don't apologize. Thanks for sharing, man. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go now then. My input here was short and chunky, just like my tree stump in the front garden. Let's go.
Well, thank you for that descriptive. I always appreciate it, man. Always appreciate it.
Who's coming up next?
Looks like Raven's coming up next.
All right, I'll stay here another 10 minutes then.
All right, bud.
15 minutes. Actually, I'll go off. I'll go off at 1 to. What time is it there again? Because the clock's changed back over here.
Yeah, it's 10:45 here, p.m.
Right. So I'll go off at 10:59 to give you a 1 minute with Raven.
All right, sounds good, bud.
I'm kidding. I'll get a load off now because by the time she loads in, she's only gonna have 10 minutes.
True.
Well, as always, may I send you God's blessings.
Thank you, my friend.
Eat your vegetables, recycle your plastics.
We'll make sure we do.
You got to this day and age. And remember, am I allowed to swear on here?
You already have several times during this interview. Have you forgotten?
Oh, have I? Actually, I'm not going to leave it on that because it'll just make it well awkward for you. Yeah. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Take care of yourself.
Same to you, bud.
I'm gonna wave.
Wave as you slide out.
They put fluoride in toothpaste.
It's a conspiracy. Thanks, gamer. Looks like the stream is getting bad as well. So hopefully you guys aren't getting too much lag over there. It looks, I'm guessing it's probably pretty bad. Looks like we've hit a bottleneck here. But I do want to say hello to Lloyd, the Grippy Vlogger. How are you, Lloyd, brother? Good to see you, my friend. A social experiment coming over from D Live. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you'll hit the follow button. We do this every Sunday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern. And I invite anybody up, all good people up, to talk about whatever they want to, whether it's the subject or personal promotions, that sort of thing. We all just have a good old time, as you can tell. All right, I'm going to bring up my next and final guest in just a second here. I'm sure you guys are dealing with the lag because it's flashing hard. Raven, can you hear me?
Waddles is usually very patient when it comes to laggy live streams and stuff like that. He is such a good boy. Thank you, Waddles. Thank you. Oh, hi, Jim. Didn't see you there.
Oh, I'm looking for your name. Give me a second here. It's fine.
I mean, I'll just keep petting my pig while you do that.
Okay. Man, there it is. Good. Okay, here we go. Hello, Mabel.
Hi there.
And I'm here too.
Well, hi, Raven. How are you?
We're both doing good so far. I'm just having like our pleasant little evening, spending some time together.
Awesome. Well, thanks for waiting so long. I saw you drop off and pop back on.
Yeah, that's mainly because, I've had to like finish with my little voting thing and stuff.
Oh, that's right. First time, eh?
Yep.
Nice. I'm not going to ask because that is impolite.
That's political, and we do not want to talk about political subjects in this spectrum, now do we?
No. We got very close on my panel show, but everyone was wonderful and avoided getting into any deep, subject matter as far as that's concerned, which I was so happy about. Jesse, we'll talk to you later, buddy. Thanks for being here, man. Thank you so much for being here. Jesse's got to go.
All right.
So yeah, we do not talk politics or religion on this channel.
Nope.
For some reason, those two subjects really pull out the good and the bad in people. I don't know. So, oh, and outdoorsy gal. Oh, how you doing, Chrissy? Good to see you. So, Raven and or Mabel, do you believe you play well with others?
Well, that depends on the situation. I mean, if I am with a lot of people that I trust and I'm with a lot of people who I really love, then chances are I might get along with it, but if it's someone who really annoys me, or if it's someone who's bullied me in the past, then no. The chances are that I'm not gonna get along with that person. But then again, it all just depends on the situation. And I know, Mabel, since you're a very social person, you have been getting along well with some people in the past, have you?
Yeah, I mean, I usually get along with the really weird kids like Candy or Grenda. These are my gal pals. These are my besties. Yeah. And I do get along with Waddles, of course, because he's such a good little piggy. And Bermudas, don't you dare turn my piggy into bacon! Don't you dare!
Oh, it's going to be tough. It's absolutely going to be tough.
It is going to be tough. My brother Dipper and I, we usually don't see each other eye to eye sometimes because he believes a lot in reality and I believe in a lot of I just want to have fun and I just want to make my childhood last. Because that's the thing about siblings is that we don't usually get along very well.
Oh,
Same with me and my sister, Mabel. I mean, I know I've talked a bit more in depth about like how my sister is in another live show. Isn't that like pet peeves?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I certainly remember that. I can't remember if it was one or two because I actually had two of those shows as well.
Yeah, I think it was like one, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would say that immediate family doesn't count because we're so darn close to them. Some we're going to get along with, some we are absolutely not getting along with.
Yeah, exactly.
Happens.
And there was like this rich girl, Pacifica Northwest, that she and I, we didn't really see each other eye to eye at first. But then when we got on the mini golf course and we decided to, just have fun and not make it a competition, that's when we really started to become friends. And it all worked out in the end because, well, I showed her the way of kindness, and that's all that mattered, really.
Awesome. Now, would you say that people think of you in a way that that they would say that you get along with most people?
Well, that's like Raven said, that depends on the situation. So for me, I am a very social person. I'm a bit of an extrovert in a way. I try to get myself out there and I try to, get along with other people. And there are lots of people out there in different colors, shapes, and sizes. And, Forrest Gump says life's always like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
How true. Just a second, maybe I want to say hello to, how is it? Blur or XUP96 Sariel. How you doing? Nice to meet you as well. From Twitch. Make sure you hit the follow on the while you're here.
Oh, you got some Twitch people over here. Hello, Twitch people. How are you?
Awesome. Oh, that looks like gonna create custom emotes and sub badges. Oh, very nice. Thank you. Appreciate that. So in case you don't know, I'm just going to call you Blur, if you don't mind. This show is on every Sunday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. So we invite all good people like Mabel and Raven here to come up and talk about the subject of the day or personal promotions or whatnot. I hope you guys are not getting any buffering because I'm seeing some flags on the stream.
Well, I think that's because we're on 4G on our phone. I think isn't that right, Raven?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we switched from like Wi-Fi to 4G.
Yeah, I know it. Your camera looks so much cleaner this time. It really does. Nice and sharp. And it won't be you necessarily. It's certainly the stream going out to restream. Now it's settled itself down. But yeah, it says it's getting. Pixelpia says it's getting laggy, and that.
Oh dear.
I will indeed, Blur. I will indeed look at your profile picture and talk shows, podcasts. Absolutely. So, cool. Very cool. So, both this question is for both of you.
Okay.
What else did you have to talk about tonight, Raven and Mabel?
Well, not much else really. I mean, like I said, there are a lot of people out there. I mean, people are different. different when it comes to when in social interactions, especially like when you meet them for the first time. First impressions are always important,
Yes.
especially for girls when it comes to boys.
Is that so?
Or
Do you
whatever
think it's
partner.
more? You think it's more that way than it is boys to girls?
Well, pretty much.
Yeah.
Boys to girls, it's equal to both genders.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, and you always gotta be careful with like which boy you date because you don't know if they're gonna do crazy crap to you, and you don't know if they're going to do anything that might scar you for the rest of your life.
I would say that is true for both sides, honestly.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep. People being people, you've got to vet whoever it is that. Well, we've already had this discussion too on your significant others. You remember that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. I mean, I just gotta let people be those people, and I gotta have me to be me and Raven to be Raven. That's like just be yourself when you're around other people. You really shouldn't care about what other people have to say about you, really.
That is fantastic advice, Mabel and Raven.
Yeah. Oh man, we're having so much fun with this already.
Oh man, you turned into a ventriloquist there for a minute because you literally cut over to yourself as though you were an act. That was
Yeah,
cool.
like a little puppet.
Yes.
Like
I'm the dummy, and she's the ventriloquist.
Well, Raven, I'm gonna have to close the show out tonight, hon. But
all right,
thanks so much for sharing that.
Right? Thank you.
I would
so
guess if I had to guess, I would say that most people would think that you get along with just about everybody.
yep.
All right. See
All
you
right.
later, Jim.
All right, guys, we'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Sorry, Brandon. Not tonight, bud. It is top of the hour, and I've got to close this guy out. Like I said, I've got a huge meeting in the morning that I just can't miss. I've got some research to do prior to that, and I got to get up early. So I got to stick with the hour tonight. I hope you guys don't mind. If you get a chance, watch my search engine optimization update video. It's on my channel page, my YouTube channel page. And let me know if you've got any questions, concerns, or even different thoughts on what I've found. I thought it was quite interesting. Very, very interesting. And of course, tomorrow night, do not miss our show on daylight savings time. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of daylight savings time. That is tomorrow night, November 5th, 10 p.m. Don't miss it. But I want to thank everyone that all my guests that came on the show and everyone in the chat. You guys are fantastic. Jelly Duck, I see you there. How you doing, Ahmed? Good to see you. If I missed you in the chat, I apologize. We're trying out a consolidator here that is actually working tonight for the first time. It's working, if you can believe that. So, life is an experiment. But that's going to do it for me tonight. Make sure again that you like, follow, and subscribe. Yeah, hit that like button if you like what I'm doing. If you don't, hit the dislike twice. It's all good. But but for now, I'm going to call it a night. Remember to treat others the way you want to be treated. If we all did that, this world would be a fantastic place. I want to thank you all again, and we'll see you live.